You're in tune to the Ugly Truth Podcast. In this episode,
we want to remind viewers that this podcast, The Ugly Truth, is definitely not politically favored with any particular party.
the Ugly Truth is sponsored by
Timur Bakery is the best.
Fresh bread, sweet bread, buns, hot spice jams, buns, hot spice jams.
That's the bakery for me.
SEPOS Cultural Workshop. Service offered: audio and video production, training in computer literacy, welfare and shelter programs to the less fortunate in our community. For further info, feel free to contact us at 221-4706 or visit us at our Facebook page, SEPOS Cultural Workshop.
A pleasant good afternoon and happy emancipation to everyone. Today's podcast, we would like to reflect on our previous podcast where our guest and the host was engaged with a little rattling of concerning our MP for Port of Spain South. We have received startling calls complaining about the bashing of our MP. So with all fairness, we have invited viewers, opinion, activists, as the case might be, and they have sent us a list of programs, activities that the Honorable Minister, Marlene McDonald, that is, have been doing in her community, but the average public is not too aware. So I just want to take the opportunity and highlight some of the laudable work of our MP. Regular work in the East Port of Spain area, has distributed hampers on a number of occasions from her Port of Spain office, has assisted young persons with employment, has facilitated annual Mother Days, Father's Day function in her constituency, has a number of fundraising activities including curry, barbecue, breakfast, brunch, that is, has assisted families throughout East Port of Spain who has been affected by fire and other disaster, has implemented a board to take charge of the new city mall where they have changed the face and structure of it, has assisted needed families by referring them to relevant authorities, keep close communication with the councillors, ensuring that they do what is needed of them, facilitates annual Christmas dinners, always open to volunteerism so that they can develop, has fought for the band continue passing around the bridge, saying they wanted to stop the bands from passing there. That is quite a lot, right? Because for one, I know about the stopping of the ban every year. NCC or certain power group, interest group, that is, there is always a struggle to keep the ban from passing around the bridge. I think everybody familiar with that. So what our goodly gentleman, one of the person who don't want to be called, have said, and this is a note from such an individual watching our podcast last week and deciding, well, his opinion is that there was too much of bashing about the MP. So this document that he sent is very realistic to sort of take note from, because a number of people wouldn't be aware of the numerous type of work that the MP is normally engaged in. And our last podcast, there was this view that she might be only focusing on one type of individuals from Sealots or from the Beatum, as the case might be, or Upper Laventille, or wherever they live in, or perhaps Woodbrook. So this correspondence have shown a difference of her work in the community, and the public need to know about that. I also want to speak about the question of fire victims. According to this individual, he is stating that the MP do take care of fire victims, emergency people who would have their various emergency and so on. I just want to remind the Goodley MP that the fire victims behind the Besor Street police station, after they've been interviewed by HGC, alright, it have seemed to be at a standstill, and I for one would like to recommend or suggest that the MP revisit those families, that some of them is even at SEPOS Center. So that is one of the requests I would like the MP to revisit. He also mentioned employment. You know, with the decline of the economy, that is a questionable situation with the question of employment. There are several organizations I'm aware of that will be appealing to the MPs of the various constituencies to lend support towards the various ideas and proposals and things as the case might be. And I would like our MP, on behalf of SEPOS that is, because everyone know Morgan is the head cook and bottle washer, as they call it, at SEPOS. So I want to sort of put on the cap for SEPOS this morning and appeal to the MP for such attention as it relates to agricultural program, because we are all have to create employment opportunities, and a number of people might want to go back to the land and such, but there is several empty space in Port of Spain. I know in Gonzales, the Gonzales area, the mayor the councils have endorsed such a project, and there is a beautiful grow box program that is taking place up there. I want to take the opportunity, seeing that the MP is so very active in the community, giving out employment and so on, or looking after the unemployed in the community. I would like her to look at one of our proposals in relation to the agricultural trust, right? And it is a wonderful proposal, and I'm hoping that to fight crime with the new crime bill and so on, we will hope that the MP will endorse that project, and it will sort of assist with the unemployment of this area. Currently, there is a proposal coming from organization that I'm aware of, that is in front of the Prime Minister, in front of the Minister of National Security, in front of the Minister of Agriculture, Community Development, and our Goodley MP, for the promotion of grow box programs, agricultural programs. And we are saying that if it is that people can go out and do some innovative work, like planting the land. We know we are landless people, there is no question about it. But the state, I believe, could afford to sort of embark on these programs that it will eliminate crime. Because if you have young people doing agriculture, where the various type of downstream programs that could come out of agriculture, for instance, agro-processing, making projects that would basically allow for export and things like that, I believe that they could have a dent in the crime situation. So we are thinking in terms, I'm hoping that Mr. Dillon, the minister, have that type of program, because he talked, when he launched on the 18th, he spoke about partnering with communities. And we know that there's a number of groups have been knocking on the Ministry of National Security doors with various ideas and so on. The other issue is that, strange enough, the program started in Diego Martin and Point Up here, Point 14. Alright? So we are hoping in hotspot areas like Lavantil, Shobonas, the Bitum, and so on. We cannot wait for these programs to come, and we too have our ideas as to how we could fight crime in these areas. So we are hoping that consultation can be ongoing as it relates and could be meted out to groups that are on the ground and can make a contribution. A new appointment of the police commissioner, which is Mr. Gary Griffith, being chosen as the top cop. We know that he could withstand those sort of opposition, and it wouldn't be one-sided to say, well, the whole issue about cockroach, considering people as cockroach. Although the situation with criminal, they have a bad rap because of the fact that what they're doing, but we have to consider the fact about employment opportunities and the dynamics of the crime situation. Alright, so we are hoping that this podcast, The Ugly Truth, would give Gary Griffith the support that is required, and also hope that he could take advice from the ground up, instead of appearing as a person who more or less looking to focus on one side of the society, which is perhaps one might interpret as the 1%. It should be a balanced playing field as it relates to fighting crime, not only the big fish getting away and the small fish being crushed. So that is it on the crime front. I believe that we're going into a beautiful weekend coming up here. Emancipation will still be throughout the ending of August, and I want to wish all individuals out there a happy emancipation.
This has been the Ugly Truth Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to our social media pages.